Every short story is built from four connected elements: plot, setting, character, and theme. Plot gives the story movement, setting creates its world and atmosphere, characters make the events meaningful, and theme reveals the deeper idea behind what happens. When these elements work together, a simple sequence of events can become a story readers remember. Plot is the chain of events that shapes a story from beginning to end. It shows what happens, why it happens, and how each event changes the next one. A complete plot usually includes exposition, an inciting incident, rising action, a climax, falling action, and resolution. Together, these stages create movement, tension, change, and a satisfying ending. A plot graph helps us see the shape of a story. The exposition introduces the world, the inciting incident starts the main problem, and the rising action builds complications. The climax is the highest point of tension. After that, the falling action shows the results of the main decision, while the resolution brings the conflict to a final resting place. The introduction, or exposition, welcomes the reader into the story. It presents the setting, the basic situation, and the characters involved. It may also include a narrative hook, a question, image, or statement that immediately catches attention. Good exposition gives readers enough information to understand the world while leaving them curious about what will happen next. The inciting incident is the first major action that sets the story in motion. Before it happens, the character may be living an ordinary life. After it happens, something has changed and the character cannot simply return to the old routine. This event creates the central problem and gives the plot a direction. Rising action includes the incidents that carry the plot forward after the story's first turning point. The character faces new problems, makes decisions, and discovers that the conflict is becoming more complicated. Foreshadowing can hint at events that will happen later. A flashback can reveal an earlier experience, and suspense can make readers wonder what comes next. Conflict is the struggle that gives a story energy and meaning. External conflict can place a person against another person, society, the environment, fate, or technology. Internal conflict happens inside the character's own thoughts and emotions. Strong stories often combine both kinds, showing how outside problems and private decisions influence each other. The climax is the moment of highest tension, when the central conflict reaches a decisive turning point. The character must face the most important choice or action in the story. During the falling action, the character completes the consequences of that decision. The danger may decrease, but the results of the climax continue to shape the path toward the ending. The resolution presents the final working out of the story's conflict. The main problem may be solved, changed, accepted, or revealed in a surprising way. A resolution does not need to answer every question, but it should show how the characters and situation have been affected. The ending gives the reader a sense of closure and helps the story's meaning become clear. Setting includes the time and place where the action occurs, along with the surroundings that shape the character's experience. It may involve a country, planet, town, building, season, or historical moment. Setting also creates atmosphere. The feeling a place gives the reader. A stormy road can feel threatening, while a sunlit room can feel safe, joyful, or full of possibility. Characters are the people, creatures, or figures whose choices and relationships make the story develop. The protagonist is usually the main character we follow and the one who tries to solve the central conflict. The antagonist creates opposition. Secondary characters help move the plot forward, reveal information, support, or challenge the hero, and make the story world feel complete. Character traits are the physical and personality qualities that help us understand who a character is. We discover them through what the character does, what the character says, what other characters say or do, what the author states directly, and what the author allows us to infer. Readers should use evidence from the story instead of relying only on first impressions. Theme is the deeper message or central idea that a story develops through its plot, setting, and characters. It is not simply one word such as friendship or courage. A theme is a complete insight about life, people, or choices. For example, that true courage can grow through failure, or that understanding others requires empathy. The theme becomes clearer when we connect the story's details. A strong short story is more than a list of definitions. Plot gives the narrative movement, setting creates atmosphere, characters make the conflict personal, and theme gives the ending significance. When readers study how these elements connect, they can understand not only what happened, but also why it mattered. Learning the structure of stories helps us read more deeply and write with greater purpose.